Hey Ritu, how are you?
बिल्कुल बढ़िया हो राजीव, तुम कैसे हो?
मैं बहुत अच्छा हूँ। हैप्पी थर्सडे। कुछ हफ्तों के बाद हम ये शो कर रहे हैं, मिस्ड यू। एंड ये कैसे होता है ऋतु? वी डोंट इवन टॉक सो मच ड्यूरिंग द वीक, वी डोंट प्लान इट, फिर भी हम लोग दोनों कपड़ों की मैचिंग भी हो जाती है, माइंड की मैचिंग
हाँ,
भी हो जाती है।
वो कहते हैं ना, जब दिल मिल जाते हैं तो फिर बाकी सब चीजें मिल ही जाती हैं। वाइब तेरी मैंने मिल दिया। मैं दिलजीत के शो में गई थी ना, तो जब वाइब मिलती है तो फिर सब कुछ मिल जाता है।
हाँ सच्ची। मैं इसको प्राइवेसी चेंज कर दूं ताकि पीपल कैन शेयर इट इफ दे वांट टू। ओके। Yeah, exactly. I think वो शो कैसा था? I missed it. I know it was a blast, and all night I was seeing Facebook live from the shows.
हाँ,
It
बहुत
was very
बहुत अच्छा।
exciting.
बहुत अच्छा शो था, और सबसे बड़ी बात जो दिलजीत की थी, दैट ही इज अ वेरी हम्बल ह्यूमन बीइंग, मोर देन द आर्टिस्ट। द पर्सन, द ह्यूमन बीइंग इन इनसाइड हिम टच माय हार्ट। एंड एक्चुअली
Yeah,
सभी लोग उसके उस साइड को उसने शो के एंड में बिल्कुल पूरी स्टेज में सब लोगों को थैंक्स करके उसको ऐसे मतलब उसको अपने हाथों से टच किया झुक के, तो दैट शोज द हम्बलनेस इन हिम, एंड दैट मेक्स ए आर्टिस्ट एंड ए ह्यूमन बीइंग ग्रेट।
yeah. Humbleness and modesty is what makes everything, right? The God-given gift is there that God has given, so we should not take that as something that we are born with. ये भगवान की देन होती है हर इंसान के साथ।
राइट।
और अगर वो मॉडेस्टी रखे उसके बारे में, उसी को लेके
बिल्कुल।
आगे लोगों को खुशियां देते रहे, लोगों के साथ शेयर करते रहे, सो नथिंग बेटर देन दैट,
या
राइट?
डेफिनेटली, इफ यू आर गिफ्टेड, बी हम्बल अबाउट इट एंड स्प्रेड द पॉजिटिव।
एग्जैक्टली, एग्जैक्टली, दैट्स वेरी इंपॉर्टेंट। तो आज हम आनंद मूर्ति गुरुमा के बारे में बातें करने वाले हैं। तो जैसे हर शो से पहले कुछ मैं कहानी लेके आता हूँ या एपिसोड लेके आता हूँ। आज की कोई कहानी मैंने तैयार नहीं की थी, कुछ सोचा भी नहीं था, कुछ रिसर्च भी नहीं किया था, पर जब लोगों से बातें कर रहे थे जो आज हमारे गेस्ट आने वाले हैं, तो एक कहानी मेरे दिमाग से निकली, तो मैंने सोचा ये कहीं पढ़ी थी। आजकल ना ऋतु, व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी से हमें बहुत कुछ सीखने के लिए मिलता है।
हाँ, वो सब तरीके का अच्छा बुरा ज्ञान सभी मिलता है वहां से, तो डिपेंड्स ऑन अस कि हम कौन सा वहां से उठाते हैं।
हाँ,
तो
एग्ज़ैक्टली, ज्ञान पूरा मिलता है, उसमें लिखा हुआ ज्ञान भी मिलता है, जो लंबे-चौड़े कहानियों के पत्ते होते हैं, उसको पढ़ना पड़ता है, या कई बार वीडियोज़ आते हैं, उनको सुनते हैं, तो कई कई तरह से ज्ञान मिलता है, कुछ चीज़ें दिमाग में रह जाती हैं। तो जो कहानी मैं शेयर करने वाला हूँ, वो कहानी मैंने इसी व्हाट्सएप यूनिवर्सिटी के किसी वीडियो में देखी थी।
हम्म,
So first of all, thank you everyone who is joining us. दिल से विद आरजे राजीव एंड आरजे रितु। आप लोगों का साथ रहता है हमारे साथ, आप लोग हमसे जुड़े रहते हैं, तो हमें बहुत खुशी होती है, हमारी स्माइल आती है।
बिल्कुल
and
बिल्कुल।
and hi Monica, how are you? Thank you for joining in. Okay, so वो कहानी मैं सुनाता हूँ। तो ये कहानी ऐसी थी कि एक छोटा सा बच्चा होता है जो हर समर की छुट्टियों में अपने माँ बाप के साथ अपने गांव जाता है, अपने दादा दादी को मिलने के लिए। तो एक तरह से दैट वाज हिज रूटीन कि समर की छुट्टियां आती हैं, समर की छुट्टियों में माँ बाप के साथ खेलते कूदते मस्ती करते हुए जाएंगे दादा दादी के पास, वहां जाके गांव में मस्ती करेंगे वगैरह वगैरह। तो जैसे-जैसे बच्चा बड़ा होने लगा, एक उम्र में आके उसने बोला अपने पापा मम्मी को कि मैं काफ़ी बड़ा हो गया हूँ, अब मैं अकेला जाना चाहता हूँ दादा-दादी के पास मिलने के लिए, आपके बिना जाना चाहता हूँ। तो माँ-बाप ने बोला ठीक है, अगर तुम ऐसा चाहते हो और लगता है तुम्हें बड़े हो गए हो, तो देयर इज़ अ टाइम व्हेन एवरीवन शुड बिकम इंडिपेंडेंट, तो प्लीज़ गो फॉर इट। हम तुम्हारी ट्रेन की टिकट करवा देंगे, तुम ट्रेन में बैठ जाना, वहाँ दादा-दादी तुम्हें पिकअप कर लेंगे, सो हैव अ सेफ जर्नी एंड इट्स अ गुड मे गॉड बी विद यू। तो उसने बोला ठीक है। तो उन्होंने टिकट करवा दी, स्टेशन गए, स्टेशन में बच्चे को छोड़ा, वो गाड़ी में जाके बैठ गया, खिड़की के पास आके बैठ गया। माँ-बाप प्लेटफ़ॉर्म पे खड़े थे, उसमें प्लेटफ़ॉर्म की खिड़की की वो ट्रेन की खिड़की की डंडी पकड़ के उससे बातें-वूतें कर रहे थे। ट्रेन की व्हिसल बजी, ट्रेन हिलने को हुई, तो उसके पापा ने एक एनवेलप निकाला और बेटे के हाथ में दिया और कहा कि इसको अपने पास रखो और जब भी सफ़र में मेरी याद आए तुम्हें, तो इसको पढ़ लेना। तो उसने बोला हाँ ठीक है, तो उसने एनवेलप रख लिया अपने पास और फिर गाड़ी चल पड़ी, वो बाहर के नज़ारे देखने लगा, लोग सब आस-पास बैठे हुए थे, स्टेशनों पे आते थे, तो खुश था लड़का कि मैं पहली बार सफ़र कर रहा हूँ इस तरह से। उसके बाद एक जगह आके एक इंसान आके सामने बैठा, बहुत ही डरावना सा दिखता हुआ, कई लोगों की शक्ल होती है ना कि दे स्केयर द लिटिल किड्स, राइट? शक्ल देख के डर लगता है। तो उसको देख के उसको बहुत घबराहट होने लगी, बहुत डर लगने लगा, और सडनली ही स्टार्टेड फीलिंग कि ओ माय गॉड, मैं अलोन हूँ, मेरे को बड़ी हिम्मत थी, परंतु मम्मी पापा नहीं है, मैं किसके पास जाऊं, क्या करूं? तो आंखें बंद करके वो बैठ गया कि मुझे देखना ही नहीं है। तो बहुत शिवर कर रहा था, तो सडनली उसको पापा के उस एनवलप की याद आई, तो उसने वो एनवलप खोला, और एनवलप में लिखा था कि बेटा, अगर कभी भी घबराहट हो तो घबराना मत, क्योंकि तुम्हारे पीछे वाली डब्बे में हम भी बैठे हैं। तो हम भी तुम्हारे साथ ही हैं, परंतु तुम्हारे बगल में नहीं है, परंतु तुम्हारे साथ हैं, तो हिम्मत रखना, घबराना मत, हम लोग हैं तुम्हारे साथ। और जैसे ही उसने वो पढ़ा, उसमें अंदर हिम्मत आ गई, और वो घबराहट जो थी वो चली गई, ये सोच के कि माँ बाप कहीं अगल बगल ही हैं मेरे साथ, मेरा सपोर्ट करने के लिए। और उससे ये ख्याल आता है कि हमारी जिंदगी में भी जब भी अगर हम ये सोचे, तो भगवान ने ये कहा है कि हम तुम्हारे साथ हैं, भगवान हमारे साथ हैं। हमने अपना सफर अकेले तय करना है, हम अपना सफर अकेले तय करने के लिए निकले हैं, पर बैक ऑफ द माइंड वी नो कि भगवान हमारे साथ है। जब भी ऐसी कोई मुसीबत आएगी और मैं आंखें बंद करूंगा, उसके बारे में सोचूंगा, तो भगवान मेरे साथ रहेंगे और मुझे राह दिखाएंगे और मुझे सही रास्ते पे ले जाएंगे, और मुझे घबराने की जरूरत नहीं है। तो माँ बाप की तरह यू कैन सब्स्टिट्यूट विद भगवान। और कई लोगों के लिए इस तरह का होता है कि गुरुस होते हैं, जो उनके लिए वो ज्ञान की तरह राह दिखाते हैं, उन्हें वो रास्ता दिखाते हैं। जब वो आंखें बंद करते हैं और कभी घबराहट होती है, तो उनके पास एक ऐसा कोई सोर्स होता है, सपोर्ट होता है, जिसके सहारे वो आगे बढ़ सकते हैं, एक तरह का कॉन्फिडेंस ले सकते हैं। और कई लोगों के लिए वो गुरु माँ होते हैं, गुरु जी होते हैं, स्वामी जी होते हैं, जो उन्हें वो गाइड करते हैं। तो वो
बहुत
छोटी सी
बढ़िया,
कहानी थी।
बहुत बढ़िया राजीव। और आज का जो हम शो करने वाले हैं गुरु मार्ग के बारे में, तो इट्स सच ए, अभी लाइफ में कभी कभी लगता है ना, ऑफ कोर्स भगवान पे तो हम करते ही हैं, बट कोई रियल पर्सन हो गॉड की तरह, जिसको हम उस वक्त में हम बात कर सकें और जो हमको गाइड कर सके। तो इट्स अ ब्लेसिंग टू हैव ए गुरु इन आवर लाइफ्स, जो कि अभी तक तो मेरे नहीं है, बट जो आज के शो में हम जिन लोगों को इंटरव्यू करने वाले हैं, उन सब की गुरु हैं, जिन्होंने उनको इंस्पायर किया है उनकी लाइफ में, एंड दे आर टच्ड बाय गुरु माँ। सो लेट्स हियर फ्रॉम देम देयर एक्सपीरियंस एंड गुरु माँ के बारे में जानते हैं, और हमारे लिसनर्स को भी मतलब हमारे व्यूअर्स भी आज जानेंगे गुरु माँ के बारे में, अगर ऑलरेडी वो नहीं जानते हैं तो, थ्रू दीज।
ठीक है, तो लेके आते हैं हमारे आज के इस प्रोग्राम में, आज के इस स्टेज पे तीन लोगों को जो गुरु माँ के साथ जुड़े हुए हैं, और आने वाले अमृत वर्षा के बारे में बात करेंगे, जो होने वाला है वर्जीनिया में इन द मंथ ऑफ अगस्त। सो वो हैं पुनीत, अपर्णा और हैदर। सो तीनों को लेके आता हूँ। हाय पुनीत।
हाय पुनीत।
Hi Rituji, how are you?
हाय
हाय
अपर्णा।
अपर्णा।
Hi, Jai Gurudev ji.
And hi
हाय
Heather,
हैदर।
how are you doing?
Hi, everybody. I'm good. Jai Gurudev ji.
So good to see you guys. Lovely to see those smiles. And as I was telling in the story, it's it gives a different kind of energy, different kind of shine when you have in back of your mind someone, spiritual or non-spiritual, some guru who you can go and talk to at any time, not just the difficult times, at any times, right? And today we are talking about Guruma and the event coming up, Amrit Varsha, that's happening in August, and we'll know exact dates, etc. So today's show is focused on that, and I'm going to start with Puneet. Puneet, very first question for you. But before we go there, where in India you're from, Puneet?
I'm from Pihova, Haryana, in India.
Oh,
It's very close to Kurukshetra.
okay, okay. So हमने इस शो में when we were talking to you, we have been hearing about Amrit Varsha, right? So what is Amrit Varsha?
So Amrit Varsha, it's like an opportunity for those who seeking life meaningful and who wants to live the life meaningfully and consciously. It's like a cascade of wisdom that Guruji flows uninterpreted, like everywhere, different places in India. She does, so many Amrit Varshas in ashram itself, which is in Sonipat, and then she goes to different places like Delhi, Gurgaon, Ludhiana, so many places that she goes to where she showers all the blissful that has been, teaches us about how to live a life meaningfully. So it's a very great opportunity for a truth seeker who's been waiting to be beloved and learn how to live a life. And there is as Rituji, when we were talking earlier, it does come every day on YouTube as well, and then it's on the website. So there is a show that comes every day that you can listen to, which will tell you everything about the life.
Yeah, and there's a website as well, guruma.com.
Guruma.com website. So there is episodes every day. You can find on YouTube also. Very, very, very enlightening talks and series that Gurumaji talks about.
So maybe I'll go to Aparna very quickly. So Aparna, how long you have been associated with Guru Maha, and what has attracted you the most about Guru Maha?
I got introduced to Guru Maha on, I believe it was May 2008. And what attracted me was her personality, number one, her calmness, and the energy, the vibes, which I received when I was listening to her. I was introduced by someone, and of course, everybody says, when you're going through challenges in your life, you seek God, you seek this, you seek that. And, I was thinking whether I should go just to the mandirs and think. And of course I did. I tried everywhere, just couldn't get that inner peace, couldn't get that inner comfort, the inner happiness or joy. I was like seeking for that. And the first love was Guruji.
Wow.
I met her in Maryland, and from that day, my journey started. Like Rajivji was saying, in his story, that just having her in my life gives me so much support. With COVID, I unfortunately lost all my family members back home. So just having her in my life, I feel like I'm still there. I'm still close to everybody, through her, and her wisdom of changing my mindset to think about it's not just the bodies who left me, but something else which was more closer, which I overlooked when they were present in my life as in the body format. So this is where I am with Guruji, and every single day has been enlightened in a different way, because like I said, and Puneet said, every day you listen to Amrit Varsha, you pick up something new, and that changes and transforms your life in day-to-day life.
It's almost been 15 years, Aparna, that you have been following Guru Maha, right?
Yes.
Yeah, and it's like that envelope that I was talking about. That envelope is with you.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Heather, how did you get associated with Guru Maha?
I have been married to my husband for a little over 13 years. So ever since we started dating, he and his family have been following Guruma, I think from the 1990s.
Wow.
So I think it was just a blessing that maybe it was in God's plan for that to work out. I'll tell you a little story. So when I was growing up, I would go to church and go to youth group with my friends. And I always questioned or didn't necessarily agree with or believe what was being said about what happens after death, the qualifications to get into heaven or hell. It didn't sit right with me. I didn't think that God would have like some fiery burning place that people go to. So I think that God or the universe has a way of putting things in our lives or people in our lives that we need to reach and understanding. And for me, that's Guru Maha. And so maybe he had to put my husband there to get me to that path. But that's where I'm at now. So we've been following for more than 13 years, and I learn something new every day.
Awesome. So Heather, you do meditation?
Yeah. So meditation is a great practice. It's been around for thousands of years, actually. Let me ask you guys a question. So what do you think that we all do the majority of every day?
Good question. And I'll start with Ritu and then I'll go with my thoughts.
Like what we do through our day?
Okay, the whole majority of the day, what are you doing?
Looks like I'm just living my life. I do nothing, actually. I will say nothing meaningful. Just cooking, talking to my friends, and I most of the days are like meaningless.
How about you, Rajiv?
Oh, my day is, I won't say the word crazy because I make it crazy because of that. The other day I was walking with my dad. I take my dad for walking every morning, and I was walking with my dad, and my dad said he reminded me in the old villages, the grandparents, they used to take this thing to take out butter. That's called chakri. They go through the chakri and they go through the milk and the makhan and the butter comes out, right? The chakri keeps churning things out. And my dad was telling that, Rajiv, your mind is like that chakri churning. Every moment of the day, your mind is churning out things. I'm writing stories. I'm sending positive messages. I'm writing positive poetries. I'm doing meditation. I'm singing. I'm working. Like I'm into full-time job, 8 hours that keeps me busy. But if I'm eating lunch, my mind is suddenly thinking about some story or poems or thoughts. And if some people where they can see any energy from me and I can guide them and help them, I'm doing that. uh, Sometimes I'm just sitting by my own and just focused on my own. The studio is my place where I want to come and meditate and take myself away from everything. If I'm stressed out, I'll tell you a very funny thing, Ritu. That's a great question, Heather. And sorry, I deviating a little bit topic off of that. I don't want to say like the word swamis or gurus or whatever it is. I am always very positive driven. If like someone comes to me with any thoughts or issues or whatever, I have thoughts to basically guide them and say
Yeah.
why they should not worry about or what path they can choose and da 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 da. So one day I became very emotional. I was very emotional about something. Someone said something and it hit me, and I was going through those emotional turmoil. And I was telling my wife, it's like, doesn't make me feel good about it. And then she said, she smiled at me and looked at me and said, why don't you go and talk to RJ Rajiv, not Rajiv that you are, the RJ Rajiv who tells solution to the similar problem to many other people, and ask him what will he tell you to the problem that you're going through. And when I looked inside myself with the same problem and said, if someone came to me with that problem, what will I tell him? And I told myself that same answer, my problem was gone away because that path of the journey was shown from myself inside me. And I always say this: we create problems for ourselves, and we are the solution provider for the same problem that we have created for ourselves. So sorry, it's a small question, but that it is, my mind is
Wow,
always running.
Rajiv is already leading a very positive life.
Yes.
That's excellent. Those are both excellent answers and anecdotes. So I think they both relate to what the answer to that question is. And the thing that we all do the majority of the day is think, right? We have thousands and thousands of thoughts every day. It's like nonstop. And so meditation is there to help us create that thought switch on when to turn them on and off. And it comes in many forms, from breathing exercises like pranayam to mantras or guided meditation like Yog Nidra. And basically, they're all a way for us to slow down those thoughts and to kind of reduce the quantity of them so that we can open up some more space for awareness. So I do practice meditation, and I would highly recommend Guru Maha's meditation tracks on YouTube, or if you get the Amrit Varsha app, there's lots of options on there.
Wow.
That's awesome.
Do you do it every day?
I try to do it every day.
For how much time you need to do it, like to get the benefit out of it, or do you progress yourself, like practicing every day?
Yeah, I think the time is up to you. It's like how long you can sit. That's just do it as long as you want. If you have 5 minutes available to you, maybe you're busy with working and everything else, but you've got 15 minutes cleared up in your schedule. Just pick a meditation practice and go for it.
And Aparna was going to talk about some kriya, nindra kriya or something.
Yog Nidra. So I do have a story to talk about it. It's
Okay.
called Yog Nidra.
Okay.
Yeah. So I work in medical field. I work with a lot of patients with cancer, terminal cancers. So this one of the gentlemen I was working with, he is American and was going through a really bad brain cancer. Had surgery. I happened to be his therapist, and it's a home visit, so I do it in his home environment. So, I walk in, he has like nice meditation music going on the YouTube, the regular waterfall and all that stuff. And then he's like, okay, let me scroll a little bit. So he scrolls up and he finds the word Yog Nidra. So as I enter, he goes like, oh, you seem like you probably know this. And I said, how do you know? Because I don't look Indian sometimes, I look Mexican. So how do you know? He goes like, I just feel the energy when you walked in the house. And I'm like, okay, whatever. So he goes like, yeah, do you really know though? And I said, yeah, I'm a yoga certified therapist and instructor. And of course, I have some blessings from spiritual masters from India that I do know about Yog Nidra. So he goes like, you know what, which one I'm listening to? So he showed a couple of, options available on YouTube, and it was from different masters. And I said, okay, today we will he goes like, my monkey mind is everywhere today. And why me going through the cancer and all that stuff? I said, okay, so today's session is going to be relaxation. So we turned the music on, Guru Maha's English version of Yog Nidra. And I finished not the fast version, it's called Nidra also, which has a little bit faster track than the regular Yog Nidra. So I turned that on, and he started feeling really calm after the, session. So in the evening, he sends me a text saying that was the most energetic Nidra I've ever had. I feel so good after this. I feel like something happened in my body. The chemical changes did happen. And I was like, I'm glad. I'm so glad. And I said, if it feels good, go ahead and practice, because there is no way in the world that I have the authority to tell him to practice that. This is Guruji's teaching, So if you benefit from it, go for it. So he loves it. And I just heard from him, his MRI and the CT scan and PET scan test have turned his life into more years he gets in his life.
Wow.
So this is the story of Yog Nidra from my client. And personally for me, there are many, many transformations happen. So it's the determination, the sankalpa we do in that Yog Nidra. And how we work on our mind, how the body starts listening to your mind rather than body, the mind listening to the body all the time, like, okay, I want to eat something, rather, do you really want to eat, or do you want to control your mind? So listening to the mind is the technique that Guruji is implementing, in Yog Nidra. And also the meditations, that helps you transform yourself.
ओके, तो अभी सबको बता दे
That's
जो अभी
amazing.
लोग शो देख रहे हैं कि गुरु माँ आ रही है हमारे एरिया में, चिन्मय सोमनाथ शैंटली में है वहां पर, एंड इट्स अ फ्री इवेंट 19 अगस्त 20th एंड 21st को है। तो उसमें ये सब मतलब इस तरीके की जो सारी जानकारी है या उनका मतलब विजडम वो शेयर करेंगी, एंड लोग वहां पे जाके अपने क्वेश्चंस भी पूछ सकते हैं माँ से डायरेक्टली, जो भी उनकी लाइफ के कंसर्न्स हैं या उनके डाउट्स हैं लाइफ के। तो पुनीत थोड़ा और बताओ इसके बारे में कि तुमने तो ऐसे ये इस तरीके के अटेंड किए हैं, तो किस तरीके का ट्रांसफॉर्मेशन होता है लोगों का, या तुमको किस तरीके से गुरु माँ ने अफेक्ट मतलब किस तरीके से तुमको किया?
Haji, so like I started following Guru Maji. Like I mean, I've been to her ashram when I was a kid. You know, my grandparents used to go, parents used to go. So I've been there, but you know, there was when I started, you know, knowing all these things was like when one of my brother, he was coming to Canada. He was going to Canada. On his way, we stopped at the ashram for darshan, and then there was a youth shivir that was going to happen right in a month or so. And then he's like, oh, you should go and be a part of this. So I went there along with one of my sisters, and then we both were there. But what I felt that timing, actually, that timing, you know, that age that I was in, I was a perfect age, you know, where a kid can be like, you know, boy, guy, or a girl can go in either direction. So he can
Right.
follow a good direction or a bad direction. So it's just like, you know, but that time when I went there, I learned so many things that it put me into the right direction of life. That I've learned so many good things, and I feel like, you know, very lucky that he told me to go there. I don't know if I would have went there anyways, if he wouldn't have told me, because you know he made me aware of that. I went there, learned so many good things, which directed me to the right path. So there are a lot of learnings that you get from there, even for kids. There's a satsang there, you know, like you do yoga, meditation, so many other kriyas, like, you know, cleansing up the body, and there's so many things that they teaches there, Aarti. So, you know, all these good habits that you learn at the early age is what continues with you, and that's all you take with you, nothing else, right? All these good things and the karmas that you have done in your life is what you take along with you. So that's what I learned from there, and then from there I continue following her. Like I've been to other shivers in India. In Rishikesh, there is usually a shiver that she does in month of December during Christmas time. Been there a couple of times, and then from with ashram. So like I'll say, you know, she's coming here now. It's a great blessing. She's coming here, and then she's gonna teach more good things to everybody. It's a great opportunity for other people like who have never listened to her or who do listen, for them also, right? Of course, something new to learn again. Um, yeah, it's a blessing to have her in the life.
Yeah, we can see that peace on your face, Puneet. That's a great thing, great thing. That and all the smiles that are on the screen are just beautiful. I can see that internal happiness and internal smile and internal pride. That goes a long way. That comes from the peace of your mind, sending it through your body that you are talking about. So, upon a quick question, what are teachings of Guruma?
So the teachings of Guruma are basically self-discipline, self-awareness, and managing your monkey mind. These are the three things you know I took away from all these years, how to have a self-discipline, and that includes, you know, your practice, your yoga, your diet, your, you know, your meditation, and upmost is your breath work. So that's what it is. If you can control your breath and manage your breathing, those are the techniques come with pranayama.
So, quick question. That very well said, and I
Mhm.
agree with everything. But there's so many Swamijis and Gurumas, right? Like you open up TV and you can see the channels, and you can go to different spiritual ashrams and get the similar kind of preachings as such.
Right.
So, what attracted you most to Guruma as compared to the others?
You know, Rajiv, it's such a great question. उसके बारे में एक छोटी सी story. You know, इतने सारे पेरेंट्स हैं दुनिया में, जहाँ देखो there is a mom, there is a dad. Why a particular child was born in that particular family? We didn't choose it. It just happened, right? And then you adapt and you learn what the teachings are. So that's how Guruji chose me, and I feel blessed that I'm a
That's
chosen one. You know,
that's so great. Yeah.
I didn't look for her. Honestly, I actually met with her. One of the very good follower of Guruji is Monica ji. I met in her house first time. But after that, the journey started. She chose me, and I'm just following. You know, so it's just like that. You know, we don't choose our parents.
Yeah,
Yeah.
well
We
said.
don't
Well
choose.
said. And yeah, as Kamalji was saying that सबसे ज़्यादा मुश्किल है self-discipline. I think that's the root cause of everything. Anxiety, health issues, relationship issues, discipline का जो lack है, उससे सबको ये problems हो रहे हैं.
Yeah, because the two things that we're going to talk more about other things, but
Mhm.
till now, like whatever we were discussing, right? And what Ritu, you just said very rightly, and leading from Kavalji's comment on difficult part to learn self-discipline, is everything leading to, if you do find yourself in that zone, right, at that particular moment where you're having challenges with discipline or mind is troubling you, you're trying to come out of it. So then, as Heather said, uh, wherever, like Guruma's music or whatever will help you meditate for those 5, 10, 15 minutes, can really help you get those things out of your mind for those moments, and kind of reset your clock and the mind and the body to go back to your real life again, right? But at least gives you an opportunity,
Correct.
a path of that thing, saying, okay, I'm being troubled, I'm going like
Yeah. Actually, she used a very good word now, that monkey mind.
Yeah, it is a monkey mind.
yeah. So
कभी ये याद आता है, कभी वो याद आता है, and then you listen to one of the tracks of Guruji's, you know, any meditation CD, and or a glimpse of her words, you know, from Amrit Varsha app or whatever. And it just resets you, you know, and your mind just goes back to where what you're supposed to do, rather than oh, ye bhi karna hai, oh, ye bhi hona hai. So many times it's living in future or living in the past. And
Yeah.
Guruji makes us come back to the present, and that's what a true guru, you know, expects
Yeah.
from the
right,
disciples, to stay in the awareness. It's not like just sitting in meditation for an hour. I did 2 hours today. No, that's not it. It's like how you handle your daily situations. You know, it could be simple. Traffic light pe kisi ne, you know, somebody honks behind you, you know, and you get, oh my God, how did you? How dare you? But no, if you have the awareness of Guruji's teachings in your head, you go like, okay, you want to go first? Fine, you can go. You know,
yep,
it doesn't disturb your emotional status. So maintaining your emotional status throughout the day is one
right.
of the technique Guruji
Yeah.
teaches.
Makes
That's
sense. Makes sense. And you, Aparna, put it very rightly. The Guru Maha found you, or let Guru Maha find, or whoever, whichever path you take, let the Guru find you, and you just dedicate yourself to that Guru,
so.
because the learnings will lead you from there.
Yeah, and you just surrender at that moment, and
Oh
then
my God. So I feel like an orphan. I don't have any guru right now.
I don't
that's
have
And
either.
I never
Me
had.
too.
So, and for me in my life, discipline is like, even if I'm sick, I'm like having 102 or 3 fever, I will still do yoga, eat well. But this, my monkey mind, that is my problem.
yeah, and that's what you know Guruji's teachings are, is about mind, and that's one of the thing, you know, and it's not that you're orphan, but
And I feel like that right now. It looks like you three are. I mean, he's his own god or guru, and you three have your own guru. And I don't even have parents or the guru. Oh my God! And I have
No,
monkey mind as
Ritu,
well.
I don't. I don't. I'm sorry, but I don't. I think you have disciplined yourself in your own way,
yeah,
and you have brought happiness to yourself in the way that brings you happiness.
No, that's what
Uh,
absolutely.
I'm saying.
so
That discipline, I have mastered that discipline. Even if I'm dying, I will do all the right things, yoga and everything. But this monkey mind, that is my problem.
Yeah. So basically, body, like body discipline you learned, and
Yeah,
what Guruji's teachings are how to discipline your mind.
yeah.
And
Thank you
Kamalji
so
said the
much,
same
Aparna.
thing.
I think I need to work on this, and now I found the way how to do it, and it's good. It's all our interviews are the learning experience for me. I've learned so much through our shows and our guests, so I need to
Yeah,
work on this.
this is just like what we are sharing our experience. But we should come to Amrit Varsha coming up. Great opportunity to come.
Yeah, Heather, question for you. Um, two questions combined. One is, where does Guru Maha reside, and what is her mission?
Sure. All right. So Guruma is typically in the ashram, which is in Ganur or Sonipat in India. So for us, it's between Chandigarh and Delhi. So I'm familiar with northern India geography. And the ashram is really a place to go and work towards your awareness, towards realizing and experiencing the truth. It's kind of uninterrupted, right? Like unplugged, an unplugged opportunity for you to work on yourself. So there's yoga in the morning, there's always arti. It's kind of like a schedule. You don't even have to think about it. You just get up, you go to the arti, then you go to yoga. Breakfast is ready for you. You have the opportunity to do seva if you want to help in the kitchen or do whatever's needed. You have plenty of time to meditate, and there's usually a discourse in the evening that you can listen to. So it's just, I would, if I had to describe it in one word, I would just say like serene. That's the ashram.
Yeah.
And if you're ever interested in, taking a vacation, I would highly recommend a trip to the ashram for however long you can go.
So when we go there, we just say we were. I know Puneet, Heather, and Aparna, and Surendraji, and all, and I'm here. So
Yes, yes, and everyone is welcome. That's the thing. There's no discrimination. The door is open. So
Yeah.
cool, cool.
I really loved the way Heather said Ganor. It's kind of nostalgia for me because the Ganor word, again, she said it like so right.
I've been there so
I,
many times. I hope I did it justice.
Yeah, it's like so many memories. Like you go there by the like वहाँ पे एक factory थी ना BST का and all that. The Ganor का station, कुरुक्षेत्र जब हम जाते थे तो सी एक्चुअली दैट्स द ट्रू डिसाइपल लाइक हैदर जो बिल्कुल इस कंट्री यहाँ का होते हुए टोटली डिफरेंट कल्चर में जाके उन्होंने गुरु माँ से कनेक्ट हुई दैट इज आई विल से दैट्स द वन ऑफ द स्पेशल कनेक्शन एंड द ट्रू ब्लेसिंग कि बिल्कुल टोटली डिफरेंट लोग जो कि हमारे कुरुक्षेत्र ये सब चीजें हम तो वहां से हैं ये तो वहां से है भी नहीं तो इतने से कनेक्ट हो रही है दैट इज वेरी स्पेशल
yeah. So and also it will take me back, a nostalgic feeling altogether. I went to Hindu college in Sonipat, so so I have memories of Hindu college, the Sonipat station, going from there to Delhi to my relatives and things like that. तो बहुत सारी कहानियां हैं मेरी सोनीपत की. तो कभी भी सोनीपत का रास्ता बना तो I will go back that memory lane. And
देखो हिंदू गर्ल्स कॉलेज का प्रोडक्ट के साथ तुमको शो कर रहे थे 25-30 साल बाद ना
कैसे मिलते हैं ना लोग ऋतु इस सफर में कहाँ से.
Yeah, see.
Yes, it's really beautiful. Yeah.
Another thing in the ashram is the fresh vegetables. So Guruji also talks a lot about natural diet, natural eating organic stuff. And that also is connected to your organic thoughts, like in your mind. So everything she does is like ultimately connects to that monkey mind, not just the bodily discipline, which people are like obsessed, like I get up at 4:30, I do this, I do that, but then dimag mein pura kachda hota hai, and then you go like, oh
yeah, you're telling me, you're defining me right now.
No way, everybody's like that.
So अभी गुरु माँ आएंगी ना 19-20-21 उसके बाद वो जितने भी उनके साथ वापस मैं जा रही हूँ. I'm going back with her.
Yeah.
So, Puneet, what has attracted you the most about Guru Maha?
What has not? I think.
Okay. Yeah. Either way, either path you take.
I mean, like everything, right? Like, like I said, as a kid, she directed me to the right position. like if I practiced something from that age, it's gonna go along, right? Um, the way she manages everything, the way she tells about how to live a life, all the discourses that she has explained. A guru, without guru, it's not possible to learn all these things, right? Like who else will tell us? I know like parents are there, but when they don't know what guru knows. So being like, Guru Maji talks, her expressions, her voice, her vibes, and everything, like, which connects you to soul, that teaches you many things, is just so attractive that um, that you want to keep listening to her, you want to keep practicing.
She has a very positive aura. Actually, हम लोग भी देखते हैं उनके shows ना टीवी पे every weekend पे आते हैं तो अभी we always watch her. Like काफी time से, मतलब उतनी religiously follow नहीं करते, but I like her aura and the way she speaks and the way बहुत मतलब
Like you
उतने
see
ज़्यादा
that on
detail
the you see that on the face, that positivity, that vibe, that glow, like just a look also can teaches you so many things.
Yeah, definitely.
True. Yeah.
Like all those things, all small things, just like
She's very playful also. She likes to
Yes.
tell a lot of stories to help us understand the point she's trying to get across, and very musical also.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people
her love towards
tune
the
into
kid.
the bhajans. So
Sometimes she composes like nice, little things and poems, and she'll post it on her Facebook, on her Facebook page. It's so beautiful, It's like very short, but has a very deep meaning
Deep.
to it. So, and again, like she studied, like Puneet said, parents can always teach you uh, whatever we are reading, and scriptures, and how to be a spiritual person and all that, but she has studied everything, like that's her, in a way that's her job, like she literally studied every single thing, even though she is also just like us normal people, right?
Hmm.
And you always go to a specialist, if you have anything going on, like you will go to a financial advisor if you don't understand something, you will go to a neurologist if you don't have any issues. So why cannot we just go to a spiritual master when we are seeking something, who has studied everything and who is so generous? I mean, she's so generous that, like a mother, like there is no there is unconditional love just pouring every single time you interact with her.
Yeah, and I think one of our viewers is saying, I think the best thing about her is the simplicity with which she imparts the knowledge to everyone. It's kind of
Absolutely.
incense. So
Absolutely.
very well said, very well said. And Aparna, you put it very nicely. A lot of points that came out in today's session are in line with the knowledge that we all can gain from these kind of discussions. Aparna, you put it very nicely. It's like Guru finds you, and there are many spiritual gurus and swamis out there. What connects you, and what path you find is the most important thing. We all have gurus of some kind, and the last point you said, Aparna, was very well said about the specialist who is put the knowledge and the education behind it, and now parting that knowledge and education to the people who are with them. And having a guru in your life is very much like also having a parent, like having that support system in back of your mind, right? And
Mhm.
everyone talked about the monkey mind that we all are going through, and meditation, guide, gurus, our own people, our parents, our family, whatever helps us in whatever way to relax our monkey mind a little bit during the day, because everyday routine will go on. We just cannot run away and run into the forest and not live the life like that. But those small little moments we can get in our life where we can let our monkey mind relax a little bit through meditation, through thought, through peace, whatever the path you want to follow. And Ritu, you can please present it again about when Amrit Varsha is happening, where it is happening, and anyone who is available on those days and they do want to explore the world of Guru Maha and get to know her should go and meet with her, and of course you will be meeting Puneet, Heather, and Aparna there.
Yeah, it's happening on 19th, 20th and 21st of August. चिन्मय सोमनाथ शैंटली में ही है. बहुत ही ब्यूटीफुल सी फैसिलिटी है. वहां पर जाना itself is a divine experience. तो वो एक है और फ्री इवेंट है, और जो इतना कुछ इन लोगों ने बताया जो कि उनके मतलब उनको फॉलो करते हैं, तो सोचो गेटिंग द नॉलेज एंड द गाइडेंस फ्रॉम द जो हैं गुरु माँ उनसे. तो और जैसे कि पुनीत ने बताया कि बच्चों को लेके जाना, यूथ यंग बच्चों को लेके जाना एक बहुत अच्छी अपॉर्चुनिटी है. दे आर गोइंग थ्रू सो मेनी थिंग्स, तो प्रॉपर गाइडेंस फ्रॉम ए गुरु दे कैन गेट इट. एंड आपके जो अपने पर्सनल क्वेश्चंस हैं वो भी आप गुरु माँ से डायरेक्टली पूछ सकते हैं, कंसर्न्स हैं. तो इट्स अ वेरी गुड अपॉर्चुनिटी एंड दैट टू सो क्लोज टू अस एट सच ए ब्यूटीफुल फैसिलिटी, जहाँ पे कि आप आराम से जा सकते हैं. पार्किंग का भी कोई इशू नहीं है. सो प्लीज कनेक्ट टू, किसको कांटेक्ट कर सकते हैं अगर कोई इन्फॉर्मेशन चाहिए तो पुनीत?
Actually, I'm on the contact list as well. There's Surinder Vahiji.
Okay.
And Salilji is there as well.
Okay.
So,
And मैंने जो फ्लायर है वो भी शेयर किया, एक बार दोबारा से भी कर दूंगी इस प्रोग्राम के साथ, so that people can have all the information. और राजीव,
there was a question if it was getting televised.
I don't think so. She usually televises the live program, especially Amrit Varsha. But if you have Amrit Varsha app later on, you could probably see the recorded session if it was recorded.
Yeah, sometimes they do YouTube live also, but I'm not sure.
I'm not sure about that.
Yeah. और जिसको पहले जाके उनके बारे में जानना है, you can go to guruma.com, जहाँ पे माँ की स्पेलिंग है MAA Guru MAA.com, guruma.com.
That's great. And thank you so much. Thanks, Puneet, Heather, and Aparna. Thank you so much for joining Ritu and myself in Dilse with RJ Rajiv and RJ Ritu, and talking about the session, talking about the disciplines, talking about the spirituality, talking about Guruma, and also broadening the thoughts as we walk through our lives. I learned a lot in today's session. I'm sure that our people would have learned a lot through today's session, and I thank you for your time for today's session.
Thank you so much. You three are very positive people, and good to know you, and let's stay in touch.
Thank you. Namaste.
Namaste. Thank you. हमारे सभी श्रोताओं को थैंक यू सो मच फॉर हमारे से जुड़े रहने के लिए. मैं और रितु आप सबका आभार व्यक्त करते हैं फॉर ज्वाइनिंग अस ऑन दिल से विद आरजे राजीव एंड आरजे रितु. आने वाले हफ्तों में फिर मिलेंगे, कुछ और लोगों से बातें करेंगे. तब तक के लिए अपना ख्याल रखिए. बाय एवरीवन.
बाय बाय.
Bye.